And my husband's gonna kill me because I don't like this gold sink. I think it looks tacky. Whenever I'm stressed or worried about like future stuff, I paint and I reorganize and I redecorate. So this is my trauma response, guys, painting. These are called dahlias and they're actually really pretty. I never really knew what dahlias look like. Guys, okay, so you wanna know how I saved by like $1,500? And you guys can do this too. Hey guys, my name is Lena. I left the city of San Francisco after 46 years and moved into the country, the farmlands of Central California. This video is gonna be all about homemaking and a few renovations around the house, such as the bathroom. But you know what just dawned on me? What do you guys think about hustling and staying busy? I'm coming to realize that it may be a trauma response. So stay tuned to the end, and I want you guys to all chime in and let me know your thoughts. We've got all the tile being cut. Moved out here, and I could just be happy in my house all day long, you guys. I swear, I'm a homebody. Now that I'm 48, I like being at home. I really do. Actually, let me get my tripod. I like being at home, but I'm starting school in a few months for this other degree, and shit's about to get real, guys. It's about to get real heavy. Studying, just everything. It's gonna be crazy. So let's see if I can do it. I think I can. I'm used to multitasking, but since we went to World Market, I got like sake or whatever. It's a Sunday. We'll have a little drink because my husband, he don't want me to help right now. So let me just get this stuff going. Hold on.
He always told me slow on. I never really gave a fuck. I never really gave a fuck. I never really gave a fuck.
So I just went in a couple areas where there were like little grout holes. So I'm gonna wait like a whole, maybe like 30 minutes and then wipe it again. Areas still have craters, so you can just take a little bit and put it in the spot and then wipe it off later. You know, I've seen the professionals do this as well. Just touch-ups. Just a little touch-up. Yeah. I'll wipe it off later. Some spots right there too, you see? So I'm gonna go ahead and get that. I know how I saved by like $1,500, and you guys can do this too. So if you start on a project and you get some tile work or you get any type of work done and you realize you wanna do more of the work, but you don't wanna pay, you can basically copy their technique, their spacing, how they cut the tile. And if you're confident in some of your DIY skills, you can do it ourselves. So we got the quote to extend the tile on this side. It was $1,500. My husband says I'm gonna do it myself. And we've basically done it. And you know, this tile, you guys, I'm so happy I picked this tile because it's not too warm, it's not too cool, it's the perfect putty color. I've done this inside water closet with lime wash paint from, where did I get it from? Not Portola, I forget where I got the paint from, but I'm realizing that there's too many water spots when it gets wet. So then I went in my garage and I realized I have a paint color by Sherwin-Williams that's actually called lime wash. And it plays so nicely with the puttiness of the tile. And I'm realizing now that I want to paint my bedroom in the same color, and it's called lime wash. So I'm over some of these warm beigey colors. I found this furniture, postmodern, on Craigslist, had to have it. I found these drapes on Craigslist. I got them from this really affluent neighborhood called Atherton. The lady was selling all these custom drapes, pure linen, not polyester, for like $350. Color is not my most ideal color, but I'm just rolling with it because it was such a good deal. And if I would have purchased pure linen custom drapes, it would probably been like $3,000. And I got enough drapes to cover 3 bedrooms. The color on the walls is called Downy, and it's just a little too warm. And I want this to be like a continuous flow of color, because I think paint color on the wall is one of the most important things. So I did a swatch of the color lime wash. You can see it here. I'm painting this whole room in the color lime wash. I got to see how well it plays off the fireplace. Okay, so I'm just going to start taking this stuff down. This is a big undertaking, and you know what I realized? Whenever I'm stressed or worried about like future stuff, I paint and I reorganize and I redecorate. So this is my trauma response, guys. That and that, that and that, that and that, that and that. And my husband's gonna kill me because I don't like this gold sink. I think it looks tacky. I think it looks cheap, and I'd much rather have chrome. Okay, so we're not gonna put gold. I think the gold, it just looks a little cheesy. So we have the marble sink, which I got for really cheap off Amazon. And we're gonna go with chrome faucets. You know when you go to the Ritz-Carlton or any like 5-star hotel and you go in the bathroom? First of all, it's all clad in marble. And second of all, the fixtures always seem to be chrome, which is just like pretty classic. You have your hot and cold. Yeah, so I think that looks really good. And don't forget, we have the chrome pendant fixtures that are gonna come down from the sky or from the ceiling. And I think it's gonna play really nicely off the gray of the granite. And yeah, it's gonna be cute. And then we're gonna have the chrome towel bar. So I'm gonna show you where we're gonna put the gold fixtures so that they don't go to waste. And I don't feel like returning them. So the gold fixtures are gonna go in this bathroom, and they're gonna replace this one and that one. So just imagine gold with the black. Because we already have the gold on the light fixtures, gold on the frame, and I think gold in here, it will be cute. Okay, so my friends are always like telling me I'm always staying busy and doing so many things. And you know, I have like 1,000,001 college degrees, but it's kind of like, I think I'm insecure about where I'm at in life, you know what I mean? Like I always had these dreams of different careers, and then I had 1,000,001 kids, so it took me longer to get where I want to be career-wise. And then once, you know, I used to be homeless, and for a time in my life, I didn't even have a grain of rice, and I was hungry. So it's kind of like, I love having things, I love buying things, and I take really good care of my things, and I'll never be broke again, you know? So then it's kind of like hustle and education and ambition. In a way, it's a trauma response, but it feeds my soul, it feeds my ego, but sometimes I need to slow down and take it down a notch. So let me know your thoughts, guys, on renovating and hustling, and is it healthy? What do you guys think? I know it's important to sit with your feelings sometimes and just be still, but it's hard. I did buy these two just to add some color. These are called dahlias, and they're actually really pretty. I never really knew what dahlias look like. I do not like geraniums. I don't like the way they smell, and I don't like the way they look. And at first I thought these were geraniums because of the leaves, but they're called dahlias. So I figure we can give ourselves a little color right here and a little color over here. Surprisingly, I had an extra, I think these are called pansies. I had an extra pansy, and I just popped in here, and it's actually survived. This is the second spring. I'm not a prolific gardener or anything, but you know what's kept these alive? Just putting wood chips on top has really kept the moisture in and protect the roots from the sun. At least that's what I think. Yeah, just a pop of color. Well, I still got to figure out what to do back there. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have my husband bust out the concrete up to that ledge, and then give me more grass so I can garden and play. But you know what, guys? Remember my pool was green? So what happened was my husband did some troubleshooting. He was like, I think the pump is broken. And I was like, we'll call the pool guy. He goes, no, I'm going to replace the pump myself. So the pump cost $900, and my husband replaced the pump, and now the pool is beautiful and blue again. It's like my husband can fix anything. We're gonna make homemade monkey bread. It's super simple. I've made it before with homemade dough, but we're gonna cut some corners. so my son goes to this organization, and they have potlucks. Base is gonna be made with biscuits, butter, cinnamon, sugar. We're gonna roll them into balls, and then we're gonna place it in here, okay? Very, very simple. While we're making our balls, we're gonna heat up some butter and brown sugar. And once we get like a caramel sauce, we are going to pour some in the bottom of the pan. Now this sugar, brown sugar is best. Okay, so once the sugar is pretty much melted down, like this, you don't want it to burn. You can add some cream and it will make you like a really beautiful caramel sauce. Lift it off the heat if it gets too hot. You can also add some salt. Salt's always really good. Make a nice caramel sauce. And the reason why we have to make this ahead of time is because we are going to do a little coating of the bottom of the bundt pan with some caramel sauce. Okay, there. That's how your caramel sauce should look. Just like that. Pretty much done. So I'm gonna spoon a little bit. Bottom. Okay, and then we could strain it because there's a little bit of granules, which I don't like, but I'm in a hurry, so. All right, so the next step. The next step is to take each ball, put it in the butter, put it in the cinnamon sugar, and drop it in the bundt cake. Put in the butter, cinnamon sugar, drop it in the bundt cake. Okay, this is the part I really do need two hands, but I'm gonna try to just pour this over because I don't like all the lumps that I created, which I shouldn't have done, but I don't know why I was so lumpy this time. So this is what it's gonna look like. Kind of wiggle it around a little. Okay, and then we're gonna bake this at 350 for almost 30 minutes, maybe a little bit less. Let's check. They are raising nicely, can you see? Looking good. Okay, it's done. I'm gonna flip this. Too bad this is plastic. I don't think it'll melt though. I don't want to use anything too fancy because almost, look. There we go. Gotta push it in. Then we're gonna make a icing sauce, drizzle on top. Sorry, my battery died, but I made the most delicious icing sauce and everybody loved the monkey bread. Okay guys, I can't finish the bathroom reno because my husband will not do any more tiling right now. He's having fun with the kids. But let me know your thoughts on renovations and hustle as a trauma response. Is it a healthy distraction? Is it avoidance? What are your thoughts? Anyhow, take care and I'll see you next week.